Hi everyone, my name is Freya Seath and I'm an advocacy advisor based here in Save the Children's New York Advocacy Office. And I just wanted to take a couple of minutes to introduce you to a new resource that we've produced, which is Children's Participation Guidelines for the UN General Assembly that's going to be taking place here in New York in September. It's a really big year for Save the Children, a really exciting moment around September where heads of state are going to come together to agree commitments for the next 15 years as part of the new post-2015 development framework and the Sustainable Development Goals. It also marks the end of the Millennium Development Goals, and it's important to recognise the achievements that have been made over the last 15 years, particularly given Save the Children's Everyone campaign and the focus on MDGs 4 and 5. So it's a massive moment and there's a lot of aspiration and ambition for what we can achieve, which is fantastic. In particular this year, we really want to ensure that there's a strong children's participation element to all of our activities around the campaigning, which is brilliant but also comes with lots of considerations, particularly for country officers around how these children are going to be selected, how to engage in the activities, and then when they're here in New York, the support that will be needed. So that's why we've produced these child participation guidelines, which we hope will be a useful resource for you. Just to give you a very brief overview of some of the content in this resource. Firstly, we talk about the General Assembly and why Save the Children views it as such a big advocacy and campaigning moment. We also break down those different activities and opportunities we've been able to identify where we really see the chance for children to participate actively and have their voices heard by key decision makers. We also give you information around how to identify which children could participate and lots of different activities of how to work with the children themselves at the community level to self-select their representatives to come here to New York to speak out. There's also lots of information, though, we've contained on safeguarding. Although it's important to think about how to make sure that children's participation will be meaningful and have impact, we also need to make sure it's ethical and we protect the interests of the children that we're engaging in our activities. One thing we also really emphasise is that the General Assembly in September is just one moment in time, and we really hope that child participation will be something that you can engage in over the next few months, be that through the Race for Survival activities, Action 2015 or post-2015 consultations, and then also beyond September. It's important that there's follow-up, and these children don't just leave and that's the end of their engagement, but how can they then engage with other children to really hold governments to account for the commitments they're going to make on the post-2015 agenda in September. So that's a very brief overview of these guidelines. I really welcome your feedback or your questions or any comments that you have, so please do get in touch with me, and we really hope that it will be a useful resource and help you think through how to engage children in the UN General Assembly in September. Thank you.